Prince Andrew is continuing to cause serious problems for the royal family due to his relationship with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, and King Charles has very much been dragged into this. The King has been...
Today, we're looking at a significant turning point for Sarah Ferguson, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, and the residence that has shaped their unusual life together for almost 20 years. Royal Lodge, once a symbol of their strange yet enduring bond, is about to lose one of its main occupants. And this time, it's no rumor. Sarah is preparing to move out, and her own team has confirmed it publicly. This shift comes after a challenging period for both of them. In late October, King Charles officially stripped Andrew of his remaining royal titles. That meant he could no longer use the title of prince. It was the clearest signal yet that the palace wants to distance itself from anyone connected to Jeffrey Epstein. Once that decision was finalized, attention immediately returned to Royal Lodge, a house that represented status, comfort, and continuity that Andrew no longer has. For years, their living arrangement baffled many. They divorced in 1996, yet kept sharing the same home, often acting as a single household. Some described it as friendly, practical, or just eccentric, depending on who you asked.
You two have always been remarkable to me because you did get divorced, yet you continue to live together. Separate wings of the house, but...
Yeah, luckily it's quite a big house.
It's a big house, yes. I've been there. It's a big house. And I just read, and I hope it's true, you bought a Swiss chalet?
No matter how people saw it, the setup worked for them, giving the sense that Sarah chose to stand by Andrew regardless of public opinion. That chapter is now closing. A representative for Sarah told People magazine that she is, and this is the exact quote, assessing a number of options currently and no final decision has been made about where she will live next. They also dismissed two rumors. First, that she might move into a small annex on Princess Beatrice's property in the Cotswolds. Second, that she would join Princess Eugenie in Portugal. Both claims were denied. Looking at these possibilities tells us a lot about what Sarah does not want. The Cotswolds idea would have put her in a tiny annex on her daughter's land, more like storage than a fresh start. Not the luxurious lifestyle she's used to, though still a lovely place. The Portugal option would have removed her completely from the Windsor network and support system. Sources say neither option appealed, and her representative's denial makes that clear. Someone close to Sarah told People she's already planning to move to her own place. She never asked for a property or special provisions. She wants an independent life. Another insider said simply, she is moving forward on her own, and when multiple people around her use the same language, it's intentional. Meanwhile, Andrew is expected to move to a property on the Sandringham estate. The specifics are unclear. Whatever he does next will be handled quietly and under close supervision. His days of hiding behind the privacy of Royal Lodge are over.
Prince Andrew is seeking new separate accommodation for both himself and his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, in exchange for Royal Lodge, according to reports.
For their daughters, this change carries deep emotional weight. Royal Lodge has been part of some of the happiest moments in their lives. Princess Eugenie held her wedding reception there in 2018. Princess Beatrice married nearby at the Royal Chapel of All Saints in 2020 and returned to the lodge for private celebrations. For both sisters, the home represented security and family bonds. Losing that place is not just practical, it is deeply personal.
It's a family crisis. There have been family crises before, but probably nothing as bad as this, because not forgetting we've got Harry and Meghan, which is all part of the family. But it is a family crisis, and it's one of those that only the family can solve.
All of this is happening because the pressure surrounding Andrew's past has grown again. Ghislaine Maxwell's posthumous memoir reignited the scandal by repeating the allegations against him. It is serious, shocking, and deeply troubling. Andrew has always strongly denied the claims, but public reaction was swift. Headlines once again linked him to Epstein, and new emails surfaced showing he had lied during a televised interview. The palace was forced to reconsider its stance, and Andrew once again withdrew from public view. Leaked emails also pulled Fergie back into the spotlight. A 2011 message re-emerged in which she called Epstein a supreme friend. The wording drew widespread criticism and led several charities to distance themselves from her. Her spokesperson said the email was sent under pressure and that, like many others, she was deceived by Epstein. Still, the message sparked fresh criticism just as she's trying to rebuild her public image.
The Duchess of York has been removed as a patron of a children's hospice following her email correspondence with the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. The charity Julia's House says it would be inappropriate for the Duchess to continue as patron of the charity. Well, let's
This brings us to the core of the story. People close to Sarah say she is exploring ways to establish herself independently. This includes possible television work, public speaking, and the long-discussed idea of a memoir. Her aim is financial independence and securing her daughter's future. Simply put, she can't remain tied to Andrew's problems and is determined to step away. But will that make the public forget her own involvement? That's why her spokesperson's statement matters. It signals a shift from the loyalty she has shown through Andrew's crises. She is no longer presenting their shared life as unbreakable. Instead, she's preparing to leave the home that defined that life, perhaps for good. Her next chapter is still unwritten. The address isn't confirmed, the timeline is not set, but the direction is clear. Royal Lodge is entering a new era without her, and the partnership she once defended is becoming separate. So the question is, do you believe Sarah is genuinely breaking away from Andrew after all these years, or is this just a temporary move caused by external pressure? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. For updates on Sarah's next steps, Andrew's future, and the wider impact on the royal family, subscribe and turn on notifications. Much more is coming. Thank you for watching. Until next time.